Well, good morning once again. It's Tuesday morning, and if you guys don't know, which you probably wouldn't because I haven't been here for a year, I go to Costco every single Tuesday morning between 9 and 10 because that is when the doors are open only to executive members. So there's always way less people in the store, and it's just such a more pleasant shopping experience. I've got to get a couple of things, and then I have to go home because I have a virtual organizing session with one of my clients from 11 to 12:30. And then the rest of the day is my oyster. That's a saying, right? Basically, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing, which is amazing, and I can't wait. So let's go and do the shopping, and I'll see you guys later. Another nice organic cotton Costco find. This pack of dish towels, there's 8 in here. Super nice. 100% organic cotton. $15. They also have an organic cotton throw blanket. Again, brown, green, blue. It's really big. Super soft. $27. I wanted to show you guys my outfit because these shorts I actually thrifted, and they were super long old lady grandma shorts, and I hemmed them on my sewing machine, and I think they're so cute. But the best part is that the pockets are huge. They go all the way over to the crotch, all the way down to the bottom of the hem, and then all the way over to the side. So like this morning when I went to Costco, I didn't even bring a purse. I just put my wallet in one pocket, phone and list in the other pocket, and then I just clipped my keys to the belt loop. But I think these are so cute, and I like that there's a little bit of space in between the belt loop and the top of the shorts. I don't know, I've never really seen that, and I thought it was cute. I also have on this, I don't know, crocheted cotton top. I got this at TJ Maxx a couple of years ago, and then I just have a cotton little bralette on that I got off of Amazon. But I don't know, I think it's cute. I can't really tell if this and this is too busy, but I kind of like it. And Shawnuk and I decluttered our closet the other day, and this was one thing where I was like, I need to style this and see if I have some pieces that it looks good with. Otherwise, I'm gonna declutter it. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm about to head over to the kitchen to make my lunch, but I wanted to update you guys on my bathroom organizing project from last week. We installed this little guy together, but I ended up getting 2 more for this side, and as you can see, they work so well. I just ended up doing exactly what it was that I said in the last video, which is I put all of my body skincare on this side, my face skincare on this side, along with my makeup. And then I have my sinus infection stuff over here in this other one. Last time you guys didn't see this, but we are trying for a baby. So this is like my ovulation stuff. It wasn't in here because for 2 weeks out of the month, it goes next to the toilet so that I can pee in these little cups. And then when I'm on my period, or like when I'm past my ovulation, I just put it back in here so that I don't have to see it. But It's looking super good. I'm very excited about it. I kind of am debating looking for a little basket to hold these, but it's not really necessary. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to update you guys on that. Let's go make some lunch. This is something that I just started doing recently. I found these Jovial cassava flour noodles at the store on clearance. And so I thought, why the heck not? Let me give it a try. And I've been making like a little DIY macaroni and cheese. I'll put some ground beef in it or some chicken, whatever we have left over in the refrigerator. But essentially what I do is I just boil the noodles and then drain out most of the water, pour in a tiny little bit of milk, and then put some Havarti in there. Just kind of stir it up until it gets melty and the milk kind of evaporates so it's more creamy, kind of thicken it up a little bit. And I put some fresh thyme from the garden, some basil that I had dried last year and we're still working through that, and some garlic powder. I can add a little bit of butter to this, and I think I'm gonna do one more piece of Havarti, and it is so good. I'm gonna eat this and then do some work in the backyard. We've been reading in bed before we go to sleep at night, and I just needed a lamp on my bedside table, so naturally I have to rearrange like 5 different spots in my house now to make things work. And one thing that was really bothering me was my monstera in my bedroom. It's just getting way too overgrown, and also there's one in our living room that it's just not thriving very much, whereas the one in our bedroom is really doing well. So I think I'm gonna repot them. There's also one in Sean Luke's office. I'll dump out the soil onto here and it won't get lost in the grass. This is the monstera from Sean Luke's office. This is the one that's in our living room, and then this little guy was in our bedroom. And when I say little guy, I mean the pot, because he's actually kind of growing pretty wild. I had to put my phone on the charger, so I couldn't get a video of this, but I separated them out. Some of them were super root bound. My goodness, they definitely are beyond needing to be repotted. The one in the living room. It's kind of tucked away in this corner, and it's disco hour. We have the one in Sean Luke's office, and then the one in our room, which to be honest, it's looking a little sad. I'm hoping that after a couple of weeks I can take this stake out and they'll be kind of trained to stand upright, but for now it's looking a little sad and a little janky, but that's okay. It's a good lesson in patience. Okay, so it's a couple days later. This is my 3rd time trying to film this Q&A segment, because the first time my phone storage was completely full. Then the second time I did it outside and the audio was so bad. There was like so much background noise. So I'm trying it one more time, and we're gonna just do rapid fire. What I did was I had looked up some questions online, because I don't have any sort of following where I could be like, oh, what are your questions or anything like that. I came up with 4 categories. 1, where have you been? 2, holistic lifestyle. 3, organizing. And 4, personal. So, where have you been? Why did you step away from YouTube? Really, it was 2 things that made me decide to kind of put YouTube on the back burner. The first and biggest thing was that I just simply did not have enough time to be working on these videos. I was and still am working as a professional home organizer, but at the time I was also working as a nanny, and I also do Amazon influencer videos on the side, and YouTube was the fourth thing that I was really focusing on. And my organizing business, I'm so thankful and so grateful, but it got really busy. I stopped doing YouTube, and I actually also retired from nannying after almost 20 years as a nanny, which is crazy to say, but I started nannying when I was like 13 years old, so long time. So yeah, mostly I just didn't have time, and I needed to focus on organizing because that's what makes me the most money, and we need money. So there we go. But then the other thing that happened was I went through some friend breakups, and that was really, 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 really hard for me. And it really just kind of like struck at my self-confidence. And I know in my heart that I didn't do anything wrong. It was like political stuff. And if the tables were turned, like I never would have broken up with them as a friend. But I mean, people are welcome to their own opinions and their own decisions, and they're welcome to become friends with whoever they want to become friends with and break up with people that they don't want to be friends with anymore. But yeah, that just made me really sad and made me question myself a lot, because to just have people leave me for that reason was really, really hard, and just like made me just doubt and question myself in a way that I never had before in my entire life. And you know, that's not the best feeling at all. And I just, yeah, I wanted to take a break from YouTube and just reevaluate myself, my life, my choices, all that kind of stuff, to make sure that if I'm gonna platform myself, that I can be true on here and be real on here. And I just, like I said, I was having confidence issues, so I wasn't thinking like, oh, I should go tell people like, oh, my life's so great, look at me doing all this stuff, when I wasn't even like sure about it myself, if that makes sense. So anyways, that was it. What has life looked like behind the scenes this past year? I really did a lot of inward reflections. I did a lot of Bible study. I also feel like this past year I did a lot of stuff for me and my family, mostly just aside from work. Like, we got married on May 10th, 2025. I'm not sure if I told you guys that yet before. I don't know, it felt like everything kind of happened at the perfect time to where I could really evaluate myself and my family and decide who I want to be as a wife. And, you know, as we work on growing our family even more and bringing children into this world, just get like really clear-headed. And yeah, so that's mostly what I've been working on. But not to get like too deep with it, I've also been doing a lot of crafting. Like, I did a scrapbook last year, which I really liked. I'll try to insert a little footage of it here. My garden's doing really well. We still have a bazillion cats. We might even have more now than what you guys last saw. We have 7 now. We came here with 2, and then there was all these strays all over our neighborhood, so now we have 7, but we love them so much. They bring so much joy to our lives. They all have just the weirdest little personalities, and it just really fits for us. What did you learn during your break? Kind of just piggybacking off the last question, I feel like I learned so much during my break because I did all of that reflecting. I also got like really into conspiracy theories, so I learned a lot in that sense. Yeah, once you kind of crack open the door on conspiracy theories, you start to learn about history a lot and geography and like all that stuff. So I did a lot of weird kind of study tangents on that stuff as well. What made me want to come back now? I don't know, I just feel like I really, really enjoyed doing YouTube videos a lot, because it's something to where I feel like I don't have to consume a lot of social media. I can just kind of like go through my day. I'm not posting to where like on Instagram you get that kind of instant feedback of people commenting on your stories. I just kind of like that I can go through my day, do my own thing, and then edit it and post it up later, and then just kind of like let the video sit, check it even a week later. And mostly it's just a fun creative process for myself. It's just way better for our lives and our brains, because we're not constantly scrolling, not constantly getting those quick little dopamine hits and all that good stuff. Okay, holistic lifestyle. What are your current non-toxic favorites? The Typology line. I was using Ilia and I loved their tinted skin serum, but when I went to repurchase it, when I ran out, they changed their formula and their new recipe is not as non-toxic as I would like, whereas Typology uses all really good ingredients. So I switched over. I think I'm using shade 2, which I will say matches me very well now that I have my summer tan, but in the winter it was definitely not my right shade, way too warm. I love their illumination drops, and then I also use their under eye concealer, which I also got a shade 2 in, but I wish that I got a shade lighter. I've been loving that. I also just switched to Attitude unscented liquid laundry detergent. I was using Molly Suds powder detergent before that, and I really liked that one, but it kind of would get like caked up and kind of clogged a little bit in my washing machine, so I wanted to try a liquid detergent, and I'm super happy with the Attitude one. The unscented one is completely non-toxic. And then I've also been really liking, I got some lip gloss, which I haven't had a lip gloss in years. I got just a clear one from the brand OG. It's spelled OGEE. And I really like that one. The next category is organizing, and I am down to 10% battery, so let's hurry up. Organizing. How has your organizing style changed over the years? I like this question a lot because my organizing style has changed drastically. Next year will be 10 years that I've been a professional home organizer. So that's a long time. Definitely when I first started this business, I got all of our clients through Instagram. So this is way before Reels were even a thing. But we do an after picture, and then you could swipe and see the before picture, and then we would kind of like explain what we did in the caption, or like why we made certain decisions or design choices, etc. Since we were just starting out and we didn't have like a super steady in stream of clients, we would just organize our own houses. So back when we first started, I really wanted my house to be like perfect at all times, because that was my proof, really. That was like the social proof that I could be a good organizer. But now, like, I have almost a decade under my belt. I've got a website with a bunch of before and after pictures. I've got testimonials, like all that good stuff. So I am much less concerned with having my space be totally perfect, rainbow order, everything white and gray, etc., perfect square angles, minimalism, and like blah blah blah. I definitely, since we moved to Texas, I got back into thrifting and finding very unique, creative pieces. Like, as you guys can see, this is not minimalist by any standard, and I just feel like this is so much more me and so much more creative and fun. And yeah, this is just my style right now. It's a little bit more eclectic, a little bit more cluttered, but still, like, there's an order to the chaos. Like, I don't think that these are too full. Like, I have my little vignettes, I know where everything is and all that stuff. So yeah, my style has just changed so much. But as far as clients go, I do it however they want. So if they want super minimalist and everything, I can still do that. This is just my own personal style now. Personal, I only have one question here. What has brought you peace lately? I've been loving making a smoothie, grabbing my Bible and a picnic blanket and just going out and reading my Bible out in the shade under a tree. I've been really enjoying tending to my garden and my milkweed, and like checking every single day to see if I have any monarch caterpillars, and just like spending quality time with my husband. So yeah, those are all bringing me a lot of peace right now. That concludes the Q&A section. But I did, before I close out this video, just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot to me. I have so much fun making these videos, and I'm really excited to be doing them regularly again. I'm really making it a priority in my life at the moment. What I used to do in my videos is at the very end, I would personally thank all of my new subscribers. So I'm gonna start doing things a little differently, where I'm just gonna screenshot and put the names up, because I was finding myself getting stressed out about mispronouncing people's names, and then I wasn't actually thanking people, which I feel really bad about. So thank you. These are all the subscribers that I gained in like the last year or so, even though I haven't really even posted videos. So thank you guys extra. And if you're watching this video right now, thank you extra as well. And then one other thing to note about that is from my last video, it told me that I got +2 subscribers, so thanks to you guys as well. However, I don't know if it has to do with your YouTube account privacy settings or something, but I did not get emails saying who you were. So if you are a new subscriber, definitely go ahead and like let me know in the comments so that way I can include you in my thanks section of the video. So that's it for today. Thanks again for being here. If you aren't subscribed, maybe consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next week. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and let's hope this is my last time recording this Q&A segment for this video. Take care, you guys. Some love. Bum, 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 bum.
Washed in every shade of green.